2 kills over towards this Aatrox, he can very quickly close the gap and make sure that this Jace has a really bad time. And Sword Art actually going to opt, once you see the Nautilus...
XX is like, you can have the blue buff, mate. I'm going to take a dragon.
Honestly, for Suni, much use of that gold.
Oh, depth charge onto Huanfeng. He has to use the Arcane Shift, but he knows he's going down here. It's all over for Huanfeng, and that is going to be first.
He just killed one.
They had the mana advantage. They had everything in their favor, deciding against it in the end here. And kind of an interesting one. When you consider that, you know, in Spring,
who can find these sneaky routes to close the gap, then Suning can finish off the squishier members. SFM has pretty much shown us right now to try and make a play towards mid, which is why Maple is hovering so far up in the river. He's scared.
With Maple and Chenlun there, they should be able to drop that one themselves anyway. And Infernal Drake has now spawned onto the map.
Roofed up in a very small area.
I mean, look at the damage that are already taken. XX moves in. SOFM a level ahead, and he gets the smite for himself. Into the backline, though. Here comes Sword Art. Manages to get Haymaker and walks away with his life as well. Well, I'm just impressed that when you look at the scoreboard, there are 2 bounties right now. Big old shock blast to hit the back line right there. Bin and SOFM stepping on forwards, trying to muscle their way into the fight. And I1D taking a huge amount of damage. Cataclysm from SOFM. And I told you it was all going to pop off. In goes Sword Art, Haymaker, and it's a double for Huanfeng. Like, desperately trying to get onto everybody, but SOFM survives. And that is going to be a 1 fight and a Drake for Suning.
Finally, we get some action, and Suning will come out with their 3rd Drake as a result. We talked about it.
Well, no, but it's on the other side this time.
Oh,
it was
sure.
LNG that were ahead before, so that does actually make sense. That when they win the fight, they get some gold.
Look, I'm not entirely invested in this game.
In a serious point, though, what is the blue buff doing? What? Maple's blue buff has... I don't know what's happening anymore, Dagda. Okay, well, we've got another fight on our hands, and this time SOFM's been caught out, and with a Baron available, and with Chakrams for light, LNG are quite happy to just start this one off. Trundle going to be more than happy to tank this one as well. SOFM died, so there's no smite for the side of Suning. They've just got to go for a 4v5 here. Huanfeng all across the team. I1D goes down. Light's in trouble as Bin brings down his sword. And this is all about Suning. 4v5 and a Baron to boot.
Again, LNG opt to go for this play, but the engage from Suning is able to just turn it around. Huanfeng hitting so many gauges are coming through to just keep the ball rolling, jumping on.
Struggling to have an impact on the game so far. 0, 2, and 1. The same can be said for XX. And here's the thing, the 2 players I was saying need to be kind of the pillars of this team. They're the veterans. They're the ones that have been around here. Now we're going to see yet another fight. The Baron, they don't want to siege. They just want to play right now. Suning get another tower, another kill. And now on towards an inhibitor. Spawns. Suning already on Soul Point. If they can get an Infernal Soul for themselves, that'll just about put the final nail in the coffin here for the side of LNG. And they're going to continue this siege. They're going to look towards this mid lane inhibitor. XX not up for another 10 seconds. And with 3 Baroned up cannons on the go, as well as Huanfeng, you'd expect this inhib to fall any second now. So fantastic little siege here coming out from Suning.
Careful if they're taking the fight, but
I don't think they mind. I think they're all right. SOFM going to block the paddle star here. I1D's gone too deep again. Flashes away, and there's a Cataclysm to block everyone in. I1D holding them at bay. But SOFM is pretty tanky. Trades 1 for 1 now as Bin goes in onto Light. Won't be able to finish off the 3rd Q. Flash away from Light, but I don't think he was actually in danger there. 1 for 1. As you rightly say, Suning hadn't back, so they're happy to take that trade, as well as a tower. Now more fighting as Sword Art goes in, stun onto 2 of them. He goes down for his efforts, though. But it will surely mean that this inhibitor falls. Huanfeng should be able to finish this one along with Bin and Angel. And you know what? Even if LNG get a couple I've ever seen from Huanfeng there, just misses everybody. That will be the Infernal Drake. So now... Well, they don't really have a lane to play around at this point because we're past the laning phase. And on it here with that Death Dance, with the Blade of the Rune King as well. Baron incredibly low. They are going to burn that one down. I1D's gone in, but he might regret that decision now. XX trying to get onto the backline as well. But the support falls, and nobody from LNG pulls the trigger to go in with him. Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto Huanfeng, but realistically, There's just no follow-up here. Good shock blast. When you look at the compositions, Jace is going to do real well if we go super late game. So is Aphelios, and we've got some damage going down onto SOFM, who is in a permanent state of caught out. But the siege continues in the top lane, and Bin just going to barrel these minions into the mid lane. Pressure in every lane with this Baron buff. This might just be 2 inhibitors dropping LNG. They've got to make a play somewhere. Huanfeng's the target. Maple barely surviving here. I1D desperate to get in. Look at the healing on Huanfeng, though. With double lifesteal items, he's just about invincible. Sword Art goes in. I1D goes down. Now in comes Bin as well, as they finish off this second inhibitor. The bot lane inhibitor has respawned, but I think Suning maybe have their eyes on the Nexus. No, they want to do things by the book.
Well, you need to get the minions here first. Might as well get them in all 3 lanes. And Suning should just be able to push in here, especially when you've got I1D down. It's a 4 versus 5.
It certainly is. And, well, with a Baron buff, with supers, and with Bin charging forwards, Maple's in trouble and flashes onto the Nexus. As the turrets will fall on down, this is going to be the end of the game. Light gets deleted. So does Maple. You got to come back from that one, my friend. And Sword Art just chases everybody else away. There goes the Nexus, and there goes game 1 in favor of Suning.
The Wukongs, the Lee Sins. So overall, LNG should be looking to hit that mid game in their stride where they've got 2 items and run away with the game.
Though, this is feeling a lot like game 1 right now, as we have just handshake laning phase for the first 6 minutes.
Fine one.
Let's get back to the game, though, because that's the second dragon.
He's been doing a really good job of picking up these dragons in, well, unfavorable matchup in the jungle as well.
Oh, Angel ignited, but he flashes on forward. He wants the... What? Angel, you jumped into that one. At least they're going to be able to trade it.
Mid lane turret while they turn over towards the dragon in 30 seconds.
I love how I1D just literally walks past SOFM into them. And now dropping a Herald in this mid lane, just trying to get a bit of damage down before it charges.
They get the tower. Yeah.
They could potentially threaten an inhib right now because Huanfeng is nowhere near. Neither has Bin. They're not going to
take this dragon. There is the opportunity for SOFM having snuck in here unknown to try
that trap as it went down, I think. Dodges the root. Dragon's already dropped. LNG now try. Oh, the burst out of Aphelios and Wukong. In they go. The AoE is huge. Suning all over that fight.
They've got some of these items completed, like the Luden's Echo and the Infinity Edge for Huanfeng. They're happy to take these fights, and coordination. Like the Sword Art has opted for the Shirelia's build as well in the Thresh. Gives you a lot of follow-up with the engage that's coming through, and a runaway if you get in trouble.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive from SOFM, but there's a Lantern there. He's low. Huanfeng is going to be able to trade back, keep him safe there. And I can't believe that they just got away with that.
Force themselves in towards playoffs contention. That would be such a big boon for Suning.
Suning for Worlds 2020 confirmed. Here we go, big fight on our hands. Dawning Shadow, but there is... What? Sword Art got the kill. Must have been Ignite. It's going to be one burst that they had in the last Dragon fight. Bin trying to make his way in, though. Will have Cyclone available. SOFM arrives. So the Smite fight is on. Both junglers the same level here. Sonic Wave in, and it does go the way of LNG. Cyclone onto multiple members here. SOFM low will drop. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far as Angel's stunned up and taken on down. And LNG looking good in this fight. Light has the slows. Sword Art can't get away from this one, and another kill for
themselves to set up for Huanfeng and set up for Angel. It hasn't worked out.
XX is in a whole heap of trouble right here. He's going to get chained up. And he even went for the flash, but the chain still lands. Bin the one to grab the kill credit. I1D now the target, although he's pretty tanky with that aftershock. Going to get the root onto everyone. Cyclone gets the knockups. These minion waves going to be pesky for them, but they can't actually cut the tree down in the end. It's going to be SOFM pushed away. Chenlong trying to get on into the fight here. This Huanfeng does have a whole bunch of damage.
Definitely, Huanfeng is now getting into position where you need to be careful of him.
Chenlong has gone way too far out here. Cyclone from the side of Bin, and here comes the rest of the squad as well. Kicked back and finished off. Bin gets the kill. Years the roots get further into the foundations, and you're nervous that it might do something. And you can tell Suning, they really, really want this one. They can't afford to let a third ocean go. The Cyclone's in, as is the Moonlight Vigil. Dawning Shadow across everyone. There's ultimates galore, but not much happens. There's a nice kick onto XX, and SOFM finds himself a 1v1 in the fight.
It's been a long time since they've seen one of these. but eventually it will go the way of Suning. And now again, they needed to be able to back away and play it safe. Look for the poke from XX.
He used Slice and Dice. That means he's in trouble. Cyclone's just come back on up as well. There's nowhere to run, and there's an easy 1v1 now with his ultimate available. Should this fight kick off, you want Bin to be there wreaking havoc. He's got a Spirit Visage as well. He is one tanky monkey. In they go for the fight. Sword Art goes golden, and another massive Cyclone. Moonlight Vigil as well. Everyone's gone golden on LNG, but while you're golden, you're doing no damage. SOFM kicks back Chenlun, forces him away as he gets the 1v1 on Light, and it's an easy fight for
They will be able to push in through this mid lane. I'm actually surprised that they haven't turned back towards Baron to give him a little boost. But with 30 seconds left, I think you might just be able to end the game.
They can just tank the towers themselves, just protect the minions as they charge up towards this mid lane. 20 seconds on death timers still, and I think they're going to have the damage to do it. Bear in mind, there's an Aphelios right there, and he's got himself some items. Suning are going to do this one. A 30-minute win for game number 2 here, and win out their first series of the LPL 2-0 over LNG.
Suning managed to pick up their victory to start